A sports person can combat the most adverse conditions, whether it's scorching heat, challenging venue, freezing temperatures. They train themselves to physically fight these conditions. An Olympics event demands all of this and more. Adversaries, of course, on the field and one off it. And yes, Paris put the mental fortitude of many to test. From the food on offer to uncomfortable facilities in the rooms, lack of air conditioning, to swimming in a polluted river. And then, of course, the mental fatigue owing to the various refereeing blunders that had sprung up. It's not been an easy ride for athletes at the Paris Olympics, but many have fought it all and taken triumph alongside, like Imane Khalif, Lin Yu-ting, battling the gender debate to now competing for gold in their respective categories. Many have fought demons of the past, like Simone Biles, putting behind her sexual abuse and mental trauma to shine at the biggest stage, where nerves, the pressure and the expectations can get to you. But amid these inspirational stories comes one that is going to have some repercussions. In a shocking incident, Australian hockey player Tom Craig was caught trying to buy cocaine off the streets of Paris. When the cops busted him, the player tried to run but was caught, arrested and spent a night in Paris jail. It's reported that Craig was in possession of 1 gram of cocaine at the time he was arrested. But here's the other shocker. The dealer who supplied the drug to the hockey player is just 17 years old. He was arrested too. The Australian authorities were notified. The judge let Craig off with a warning, and the Olympic silver medalist was released without charges. After he was released, Craig gave a statement saying he was sorry for what he'd done.
I'd firstly like to apologise for what has occurred over the past 24 hours. I made a terrible mistake, and I take full responsibility for my actions. My actions are my own and by no way reflect the values of my family, my teammates, my friends, my sport, and the Australian Olympic team. I've embarrassed you all, and I'm truly sorry.
Craig says this has nothing to do with the Australian Olympic team or his family, but it clearly affects them too, because instead of focusing on Australia's Olympics campaign, everyone is talking about an athlete being jailed for buying cocaine. Australian hockey team has been knocked out of the Olympics. They lost to Netherlands in the quarterfinal. They didn't have any more matches to play, so of course players are bound to relax, unwind and let their hair down, as they should. Probably not getting arrested for buying cocaine. An episode that has left the entire contingent upset and resulted in Craig being sent away.
I would rather be here talking about the 3 gold medals that we have won today, but here we are. It's disappointing because what this does is it takes away from the narrative and the hard work of all the athletes in the team thus far. Tom will lose all of his remaining Olympic privileges. He has already moved out of the Olympic Village, and as it was my understanding, he was not attending the closing ceremony. If he was, he would not be able to attend.
Australia's chef de mission Anna Meyer rightly points out, instead of talking about their 3 gold medals, she had to address an unpleasant matter. She also said Tom Craig is a good person who made a bad decision, and that decision has consequences. Now, I guess this story acts as a reminder to every athlete, most of whom overcome hardships, lack of financial support, poverty, the most cruel conditions, to end up finally playing for their countries and win laurels. And to think all of that can get erased with one mindless act. Tom Craig is an Olympic medalist, someone who's played more than 100 games for his country. Clearly, he forgot how far he'd come to have committed such an act, and in doing so, has failed to be the role model that the world needs.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with 1 tree. 1 tree for humanity. 1 tree for Mother Earth. 1 tree for our future. Project 1 Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital,